I wonder why my brother never answers until days later.
It's a pain everybody knows, but somehow it feels incredibly personal every single time. It's so much more than just feeling disappointed. It's this really unique mix of feelings, and that's what we're going to dig into today.
Okay, this sentence right here, this is going to be our roadmap. Seriously, it's the key that unlocks why rejection feels so potent. We're going to pull apart each piece of this idea to really get to the heart of what's going on.
So to kick things off, let's look at what makes this feeling so different from anything else. We all know it hurts, but why?
I hate when people ignore my texts and phone calls. Some have lost blessing and I never told them about it. Sorry. Just answer my texts and calls.
Why does it sting in such a personal, specific way?
And here's the first thing you have to get. This isn't just, feeling bad. Sadness or frustration, those are usually reactions to things that happen. But rejection feels like a reaction to us, to who we are. It's a super personal experience that just cuts way deeper than simple disappointment.
So yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If it's more than just a run-of-the-mill bad feeling, what are the specific ingredients that make it so incredibly painful? Well, the answer is right there in those 3 core ideas from our guide sentence.
Okay, so the first piece of this puzzle is this idea that rejection creates a void. But what does that actually mean? What does it feel like?
The weird thing is, the very first thing that hits you isn't even a feeling. It's the lack of something. It's that feeling of a door slamming shut, leaving this huge gaping hole where a connection or an opportunity or a future you were imagining used to be. It's the nothingness that gets you first. So this void is really about losing our place, whether it's in a group of friends, a job, or a relationship. And as human beings, we're wired for connection. So when that's suddenly ripped away, it can be profoundly, deeply disorienting.
All right, so first you have this emptiness. But the feeling that rushes in to fill that space, it's not just pain. It's something way deeper. And that brings us to the second powerful idea we're looking at, the feeling of being deeply wounded.
This comparison just nails it, doesn't it? A bruise, it's on the surface. It hurts, but it fades. A wound, that's a whole different story. It pierces through your defenses. It's this internal ache that just sticks around, and it needs real time and care to heal. Rejection gets under your skin and injures your self-esteem in a much, much deeper way.
Okay, so that brings us to the final piece of the whole thing. We've got the void, we've got the deep wound. But what really makes it sting is the third part, that feeling that it's a personal offense. Here's what you've got to understand. Rejection isn't just something that happens to you. It feels like an action someone is taking against you. You put a piece of yourself out there, an idea, an application, your feelings, and first it's judged, and then it's dismissed. That whole sequence feels like a direct comment on your value, and it makes you question your own worth, and that is the offense.
All right, let's put it all together now. Let's combine these 3 powerful ideas to get the complete picture of why rejection feels exactly the way it does.
So, this is it. This is the anatomy of that unique pain. It's not just one thing, it's this trifecta. First, it creates that void, that sudden, shocking emptiness. Then, it inflicts a deep wound on our sense of who we are. And finally, we process it as a personal offense, a direct challenge to our worth. It's this specific combination that makes it hit so differently.
And you might be thinking, okay, so what? Well, here's why this is so important. When you can break down this really complex and overwhelming feeling into these 3 parts, the void, the wound, and the offense, you can start to actually understand it. Just being able to name it gives you some power over it. It validates that yes, this pain is real, it's complex, and it's profound.
So, we've taken the feeling apart. We've looked at all the pieces, and we get why it hurts so intensely. Which leaves us with one last, really big, really important question. Now that we know what this pain is actually made of, where on earth do we even begin to heal?